jobs now, it will help our environment, it'll help more people get jobs, and it'll help our country run much more cleaner and much longer than it is with fossil fuels.
Yes. Do you want to?
A regular presidential term is 4 years. Do you believe you can solve America's pollution problem in 4 years?
We may not be able to finish it, but we can always start. Getting a start is better than doing nothing. If we continue to let all these fossil fuels take over our country and get everyone sick, we're not gonna have a lot of people that can work and live on to the future and continue to let our country thrive. So at least starting to implement like more green jobs and creating more green businesses, it will help our country in the long run. It may not start right now, but getting a start, once I'm in office, it will help us for decades and centuries.
Well, I agree with the fact that we should start using green energy. However, what about those accidents that would happen for like, I don't know, car crashes or diseases that are transmitted by, I don't know, other methods? If you repeal this healthcare and your plan is just to stop pollution, this doesn't solve every healthcare that is covered. So how would you deal with that?
With that, we can, first, with healthcare, we can't prevent every accident or injury or anything that happens to people, but we can still make it affordable through, what the job you work at, or we can create, a better healthcare system that is much more affordable than Obamacare, because this isn't working. Like, we can't prevent everything. I know that stopping pollution will help a lot of our, or will fix a lot of our issues, but with the rest of these injuries, we can have a better system where everyone can get the care they need in a good amount of time, where everything gets taken care of without people getting much more injured or just dying because they can't do anything to take care of themselves.
Let's move to the next topic. Next topic is education. So your list of questions for you. Johnson asked for the new college program, which would completely eliminate the cost of books, tuition, and fees at community colleges. How do you plan to pay for these expenses without placing the burden on the people of America?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. You want to enact a new college compact, which would completely eliminate the cost of books, tuition, and fees at community colleges. How do you plan to pay for these expenses without placing the burden on the people of America?
Now, I know this is something nobody wants to hear, but we may have to raise taxes a little bit to further educate America. We've fallen down in many, many rankings in the past, in just overall. And if we make college tuition easier to afford and we educate more Americans, America will rise again.
Well, see, this is everything you're saying. You just want to tax people to pay for those for other people. Well, I don't think this is fair. The people that have this money have it because they worked hard and had this education and they pay for this education. If these people pay for their own education and they're finally successful, why would they have to pay for other people to have their education? Why not just have everybody work hard, pay for themselves, and then everybody will be able to be educated and be successful?
Because tuition rates have inflated extremely high. A normal minimum, in the 70s, a minimum wage job, you could work that and pay for your college tuition by yourself. Now, you'd have to work unimaginable hours for many, many years to pay off anywhere near the college tuition costs. I'm saying that many people can't afford the costs no matter what they do. They could be the hardest worker in the world and still not get a good education because it's not how they were raised or it's not how they started out.
Secretary Green, what's the next question for you? Okay. What changes does your new college compact plan make that might be in the interest of students and educators across the country?
is a leading country, will begin to lead industries again.
And how will this be of interest to the educators?
To the educators, more students to educate.
Oh, I'd like to say that all you want to do is just, you have free tuition, that's theoretically. But yet, when these students graduate and they are educated, they become successful, but then these people will have to pay for the next generation, and the educators themselves would probably have to pay more because these educators of colleges, they are probably successful and make money. And yet, you're gonna have the educators pay for the students to learn. That's essentially what's gonna happen here.
I know no one likes taxes, but if we can educate America further and further, we'll begin to solve these problems and have it not happen in the future. America's education system has failed many of its students, and it will continue to fail many of its students until we do something.
Mr. T, next question is for you.
Mr. T, we plan on returning education policy to the states and doing away with Common Core education standards. How will this be beneficial for the country, and what are the benefits for your future system?
Well, we believe in the reformation of higher education and in creating the environment necessary for the success of not just our generation of students, but for future. I support school choice as it promotes parents' controls over the child's education, and it also gives them more support for learning choices for various schools. Our problem nowadays with higher education and education in general is how much money we've spent into it. We spend more and more money on each student on average, and it's more than any other countries, and yet we're still lagging behind. We seek to reform federal involvement as well. College debt and tuition is rising rapidly, and that negatively impacts our students in today's society. By removing federal loans and implementing private loans, we are able to decrease tuition due to student loans nowadays being more expensive than private loans. We want students to be more prepared for the career, and low-paying, irrelevant part-time jobs will not help.
How will you make college and university more affordable for all students? And what are your opinions on college and university spending decisions that affect students in this nation?
Well, as I said, we will have private loans instead of student loans because student loans are rapidly increasing, and that's starting to become more than private loans. And now if we have private loans, then the college will be more affordable and more people will be educated.
Yes.
Could you expand more on your